Hey YouTube, this is Big Dipper, and I am with the Big Old Dipper channel. Alright, so, an idea came to mind, before I introduced Natty Fatty to my channel. How to be a redneck. Alright, so, I know a lot of you out there, you try to be one, and, works out. Personality does, a little bit, You might put on a few clothes and shit like that. But you know what? I'm going to tell you how to be redneck, alright? Now, the first point of it is respect, alright? If you ain't got respect for the man sitting next to you, you ain't going to be even close to a redneck, alright? If somebody waves at you, wave back, If somebody says hi, howdy, how's it going? Alright? Second thing is, tell the truth, Tell the goddamn truth. If you're gonna base your life off lies, that really ain't a way to live, But that goes to every other people, It don't matter who you are, Just tell the truth, Third thing is, if you want to add a little spice to your personality, you know what? Let me show you something. This is the key to making a few friends out in the world. Oh yeah, right here. Alright, so this right here. Copenhagen, Skull, Grizzly, Longhorn, Shithorn, alright. You got basically any kind of dip, There's a lot of things that go into being a redneck, and it ain't who has the most balls, It ain't that, If you want to be a true redneck, you don't have to live on a farm or live in a trailer. But there are just some things about being a redneck that just come natural. Alright, there are people that's gonna tell you, oh, you ain't a redneck, you're from the city, you ain't a redneck, you don't dress right, you ain't even got a hat, do you? Don't take shit like that, that brings you another point, if you want to be one, you can take shit, be the bigger man, alright, walk away, but it comes to a point where you gotta whip somebody's ass or tell them, hey, just stop right there, have some respect, don't go on dissing everybody that you know, or somebody that tries too hard, or, it's just common sense, In my opinion, I've got a lot of friends that live on farms and all that shit that I go to school with, and they're all like, oh, I live on a farm, I'm a big ass redneck, I'm more country than you, I'm more of a redneck than you. Well, guess what? I live on 2 acres of land that I own that is surrounded by almost 200 acres of farmland, alright? Nearest town for me is about 20 miles west, okay? Now, I don't know about you, but, kinda hard to get around my place, alright? Hell, to get to the person next to you, you gotta have a damn four-wheeler, go across the field. And you ain't gotta dip, you ain't gotta wear cowboy boots, you ain't gotta wear a hat, It's just an accent, don't try it, don't try to mimic it, you know. If you want to be a redneck, the true key is respect, honesty, and crazy ass, alright? Now, when I say crazy ass, don't be as gullible as a motherfucker, alright? Don't be around like, hey man, I dare you to jump off that bridge. You're like, oh fuck yeah, I'll do that. You know, if it'll make people think I'm redneck, you know, that ain't the way, you know. I have a lot of friends that I did with that aren't redneck, you know. But the thing about it is, I see a lot of people trying to be one, and it don't work out for them because they don't know um, the fundamentals or whatever you want to call it, or morals to being redneck. You know, the way I feel about it is, if you want to be a redneck, it depends on your birthplace. All right. Second thing is, depends on how you act. All right. You better be able to work hard. All right. I love work. If anybody comes up and asks me, "Hey man, I got a job. You wanna try to do it?" I'll be like, "Hell yeah, sure." But it's just things I see. It's just, you know, I'm going to North Carolina this summer, and you know, I'm not expecting to see just a bunch of redneck Mexicans down there and a bunch of hillbillies and trailers. I'm like, oh, North Carolina, that's below Kentucky, so that must be a goddamn bunch of hicks down there, you know. There are people everywhere in every place of the world that are more redneck than others, alright? But, it's just the mentality that people have that gets on people's nerves. You know, it's not the yeehaw or the I'm gonna get on my four-wheeler, I'm gonna get on my horse and go 20 miles and all that shit. You know, I just wanted to give some tips on it, you know, just to help you guys out. And, you know, good band, check out, you know, Dry County. They're a pretty damn good band, and got some good songs. Cowboy Up, Redneck Song, Dirty Secrets, and all that shit. You know, pretty good damn band. And you know, that's basically it for this video. You know, I'll tell you what though. Next video, you're gonna get to meet Natty Fatty, one of my new guest dippers, and hope you enjoy it. We're starting up a new comedy channel called Redneck and Yankee. That'll be a pretty funny comedy channel. So I will sign off, and this is Big Dipper with the Big Old Dippers channel. So see you later. You know, cowboy up, motherfuckers. All right, so see you next video.